Yes, we are back. Okay, I'm going to share the screen again. Please tell me if you can see. Can you see the screen? Yes. So we are back again. So now we have made our own sound chart. We are practicing the sounds and then let's go forward. Not able to move forward. I'm not able to change my slide. I don't know what's wrong. Yes. So what we have seen so far, we have 26 letters in the alphabet and then we have 44 sounds. We have also seen what they are in the previous slides, and now why phonics becomes difficult. We are getting into that particular part. Okay, though we have 26 letters and 44 sounds, we have 150 ways to spell the 44 sounds. It will be really confusing. Let me explain more, then you can understand it easily. Okay. All right. Now what are we going to see? The 150 different ways to spell or the spelling pattern of the sounds. Okay. So this is exactly what I was talking about. If we are going to see each and every sound, okay, for example, here we have the letter C. Okay, what is the sound of the letter C? It's going to be K. Okay, the same sound can also be represented by the letter K. Okay, like king. C says K like cut. And K says K like king. CK also says K like the word duck. Duck. Okay. And then CH also says K like Christ. Okay. So one sound, but there are 4 different spelling patterns. What is exactly spelling pattern? 4 different way to write one particular sound. This is why phonics is a little bit confusing and proper training is needed for phonics because of this particular thing. Okay, in Tamil or in Hindi we have one letter for each sound, but in English it is not like that. We only have 26 letters. So using those 26 letters, we have to cover all the sounds. Okay, that is because it is because of that we have these many spelling patterns. Okay, I'll explain one more or few more and then it will be easy to understand. Now here, if you see, we will see we are here to see the spelling pattern of the sound S. Okay, where is the pointer? I can't see the pointer. Okay, so here is the pointer. We are going to see the spelling pattern of the sound S. Okay, S says S, as in sit. Sit. Okay. Okay. 2 S's when they come together, it is again going to say S, as in ba, l, e, s. One dot represents one sound. Ba, l, e, s, bless. Okay. S and E put together also says S, as in house. Ha, ow, s. Okay. SE also says S. Okay, next when we come to cycle, the word cycle, in that we have 2 C's and both the C are pronounced differently. Cycle. Okay, and the last example or the last spelling pattern is C along with E. Okay, peace. Okay, so we have seen 5 spelling pattern for the sound S. Okay, now let me explain one more. Let me explain one more, okay? Yes. Now we are going to see the spelling pattern of E. Okay. E says E as in Jeep. J, E, P. Okay. Then what could be the next spelling pattern? Y says E as in B, baby. B, baby. Okay. Next, EA also says E. Screen. Okay. And then comes E, letter E. Separately, it also says E as in the word He, he. Me. Okay. We have words like me, we, be, right? They're very easy to say or very easy to remember. Okay, so these are the spelling patterns of the sound E. Okay, going forward. Okay, the vowels and consonant. We have 5 vowels and 21 consonants, right? And in the vowel sounds, we have 10. 5 vowels, but they have 10 sounds, 5 short vowel sound and 5 long vowel sound. Okay. So when you come to these particular 10 sounds, the short vowel sounds are bouncy. Ah, eh, e, o, okay, they are bouncy. And the long vowel sounds are stretchy. A, E, I, O, U. The long vowels are nothing but the vowel names. And the short vowel sounds are nothing but the vowel sounds. Okay. And then when it comes to consonants, the consonants also have 2 categories. Some consonants are stretchy and some consonants are bouncy. Okay. Like O. No, I'm sorry. Okay. Like the stretchy sounds are like when you say puff, we have to stretch the if, right? When you say pull, we have to stretch the right? So we are going to see the same concept with a color coding. Now these are the sounds that has to be bounced. Okay, b, k, d. They are bouncy. Okay, you should not stress here. B, no, b. That's all. But the stretchy ones, they have to be said for a longer time. Okay, those sounds have to be stretched. The same goes with vowels. Some have to be stretched and some need not. Why am I talking about stretching and bouncing? They help you in identifying the syllables of the word. Okay, and that in turn will again help you in spelling, identifying the syllables, because each syllable should definitely have a vowel. Okay, so when you write paddle, some kids miss the E in the end. When syllable comes into place, the E in the end will definitely not be missed. Okay, so going forward, okay, this is an important and a mistake that is very commonly made. Okay, the sound of N is N. Okay, the tip of the tongue should touch the roof of the mouth. Most of the schools, they teach na, sa, la. The sound of S is sa for 90% of the schools. Okay, which is very, very wrong. It's going to create a lot of spelling mistakes. Okay, the sound of S is S, N is N, F is F, and not F. Don't add a in the end. It is going to affect the way the children pronounce the words. Okay, it will definitely not look good when you read a paragraph. Okay, letter sounds, it has to say letter sounds, letter sounds, it will not look good. Okay, don't add an in the end of every word or every sound. Please don't do that. It will give rise to a lot of spelling mistakes. Okay, now if fun, na, fun, no. If fun. Okay, big no. Don't add in the end of every sounds. These are the tricky words. Okay, here I have given 3 sets. Okay, they are not going to follow phonics rules at all. Okay, for example, the, we say the, right? The sound of th is the, and the sound of e is e. The, e, there. That is exactly how you have to pronounce the. But it is not according to that. We say it as the or the, right? So this is why these are called as tricky words, or it has given so many other words, names. Tricky words are called by so many other names like sight words. Okay, these words you will see it very commonly, but still they won't follow phonic rules. So that's why they are called as tricky words or sight words. They are called sight words because you will see these words very commonly. You cannot escape from these words. You have to memorize them. There is no way in which you can learn it through phonics, okay, because they are not going to follow phonic rules. So you have to memorize these words. That's why they're called as the tricky words. Okay, now let's come to something called as independent writing. When you have taught all the 42 sounds, when the child knows how to write all the 42 sounds, you are going to do something called as the independent writing. What are you going to do? Why is it called independent writing? Because the child is going to come up with her or his own sentences, and they are going to write it along with their own spellings. Okay, now we have not come to a concept of alternatives so far. Okay, so when we have taught them the 42 sounds, I went horse riding. This is nothing but horse. They have missed the e here. Riding, this is riding. Okay, what could be the spelling of riding? Right, this could be the spelling of riding, but what the child has written is something else, something that he or she hears in commonly, what to say, in a colloquial way, he or she has written it, right? So this is absolutely fine until and unless it makes sense. The child will start writing like this only. We should not make fun of them. We should encourage them. So what is this sentence? What does this sentence exactly say? I went horse riding. That was fun. Okay, was, they have used o here because the sound of o is o. Was. When we say was is again a tricky word. So she has used O instead of A. Okay. So this is absolutely fine in the initial stage. Okay. Another slide on. Okay. Give me a minute. Another slide on. I'm not able to change the slide again. Yes. So that is what is independent writing all about. We are absolutely allowing the child to write whatever comes in his or her brain. They let them write it independently, no correcting, nothing. Okay, let them put it down. As and when you teach more sounds, they will definitely they will definitely able to correct their spellings and perform better. Okay, so as promised, the last part of the session is going to be brain boosting activities. Now I actually need active participation, so I'm going to allow you all to do certain activities along with me. The children, they can come back now because they're going to get a lot of activities here. So why are we actually doing these activities? It is because it's going to boost their brain, and most of us will be right-handed. For us, only the left part of the brain is working predominantly, and if there are any left-handers, for them the right part of the brain will be working predominantly. Okay, and this being the midline of the body, the more we cross the midline, the more active the brain is. Okay, so there is a logic between the Topakaranam that we did in the school. It actually does midline crossing and it boosts brain. Okay, the same thing we are going to do certain activities now. trying to, yes. So the first activity will be take your thumb, left hand or right hand, any hand is fine. Take your thumb, okay? You are going to make the shape that you see in the screen now, okay? But your head should not move, only the hand should move, and your eyes should follow the thumb, okay? Make the same shape that you see in the screen. That's called a lazy 8, or commonly called as the infinity symbol. How many times should you do this? You got to do 10 repetitions. Okay, first 10 repetitions with left hand, and then first again 10 repetitions with right hand, and then both the hands together. Okay, the same thing. Head should not move, only your eyes should follow the thumb. Okay, that is the first exercise. Left hand 10 repetitions, right hand 10 repetitions. When you join both the hands, again 10 repetitions. Okay, this is called lazy 8, and you can YouTube, you will get lot of videos on lazy 8. And this is again a midline crossing. See, this hand is going to this end and this hand is going to this end. When this midline crossing happens, what happens? Your brain boosts. Okay, so even we can see most of the old people complaining about memory issues. They forget things. When they do lazy 8 continuously 40 times daily using their right hand and left hand, right hand 40 times, left hand 40 times in their notebook. What are you supposed to do? You take a notebook. It's so difficult to find an empty sheet. Okay, you have to do lazy 8. Same, if you have shoulder problem, if you have hand problem, I cannot lift, do this. Can you see the shape? 40 times using left hand and 40 times using right hand. If you do this shape 40 times, if you take your hand away from notebook, stop it, that's all. Do it until and unless you get 40 times. Okay, this is the best brain boosting exercise ever. Lazy 8. Please do Google, please do YouTube and see more of it. Okay, let's go back to our workshop. Yes, the next brain boosting exercise, kerchief juggling. What is kerchief juggling? You have to keep your fans off. Okay, you have to keep your fans off. Take 2 kerchiefs. Initially start with 1 kerchief. Okay, hold it like this, throw it in the air and catch it with the other hand. It might sound very easy, but it's difficult for kids. Okay, throw it in the hand, catch it in the other hand. 10 repetitions again. 10 repetitions. Fan should not be on. Okay, fan should not be on. Then when the kid achieves 10 repetitions, then go in for 2 kerchiefs. Okay, at the same time. Do it and catch the opposite color. Do it and catch the opposite color. 10 repetitions again. Again, midline crossing happens and brain gets boosted. Okay, the same thing can be done with balls. Start with 1 ball, throw it in the air and catch it with the other hand. Okay, then start with 2 balls. 10 repetitions, 10 times you have to catch, and then start with 2 balls. Okay, now I cannot move around, so it's difficult for me. Excuse me. So it's difficult for me to show, and the fan is on. I'm not able to do, but at your home, switch off the fan and then do this. Okay, it's going to be of great help, trust me. Okay, the last brain boosting exercise. What you see on screen, okay, you have to read it color wise. You should not read red, blue, white. Okay, you have to read green, red, black, blue, purple, green, black, purple. See, I've done a mistake. It has to be red and not purple. Okay, we have a visitor here. Just give me a minute. Yes.
A is not part 1.
You took it, right?
It's not in the bag.
You have to wait for 10 minutes. I'll come. Okay. Yeah, I'll bring. You can leave. Okay. So we are in middle of that. So am I clear? You have to read the color and not the word. Green, red, black, blue, purple, red, black, red, yellow, yellow, green. Okay, this is going to be try. Okay, this is an amazing brain boosting exercise. You will get it. Okay, your brain is trying something it has not done in a while, right? So it's going to work. It's going to boost your brain. Yes. So we are done with the workshop. Thank you all for participating, and I will unmute you all now, and you can, I give you permission to unmute yourself. Please unmute if you have any doubt and you can ask me.